Happy Sunday and happy holidays. Welcome to Unity of Sacramento. I am so glad you're with us. I'm your host, the Reverend Kevin Cottrell Ross. My friends call me Rev Kev, and so can you. We want you to know that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people to receive your good. And we know that these holidays may tend to bring on an extra surge of emotion. And we want you to know that this is a place that you can land and find comfort. So no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter who you love, no matter how you vote, when you're here, you're right at home. So come on home for the holidays at Unity of Sacramento. We've got something good cooking up for you. Let's go.
Take my hand, I'll stand by you. Come whatever, I'll see you through. We will live in harmony when we stand in unity. Take my hand, I'll stand by you. Come whatever, I'll see you through. We will live in harmony when we stand in unity.
Forgive. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. If I hold on to feelings of hurt, betrayal, or anger in response to another person's words or actions, I block the flow of divine love and peace in my life. Likewise, holding on to guilt, shame, or embarrassment that may arise when I have hurt another person also keeps me from experiencing divine love and peace. Forgiveness removes all barriers, all obstacles, anything that may be disrupting my experience of the divine presence. In order to forgive myself or another person, I need not justify or approve behavior that is unwelcome. I need only to become willing to forgive. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. I feel the healing power of divine love as it dissolves all barriers, all illusion of separation. I forgive, and I am healed. And forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. Matthew 6th chapter, 12th verse. And so it is. Amen and amen.
There was so much on my mind, searching for that peace, but peace I could not find. So then I knelt down to pray God said you don't have to cry. I supply all your needs. That's when I stop worrying how the story ends. I let go and I let God have God's way. That's when things start happening. I stop looking at back then. I let go and I let God have God's way. So much going on. Sometimes I lose my way, and oftentimes I struggle from day to day. I must realize the battle's not mine to fight. And if I put it all in your hands, everything's gonna be all right. That's when I stop worrying how the story ends. I let go and I let God have God's way. That's when things start happening. I stop looking at back then. I let go and I let God have God's way. Let go, let God, 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 let go. If you can't handle it, yeah, that's when I stop worrying how the story ends. I let go and I let God have God's way. That's when things start happening. I stop looking at back then. I let go and I let God have God's way.
At Unity of Sacramento, we're always affirming the truth for you, but we're also willing to face the facts. And the fact is right now that we're moving through a double pandemic, and one where we're seeing hundreds of thousands of lives being lost simply because we aren't taking both the spiritual and the actual physical precautions that we can be taking by taking use of a simple mask. And so we're asking you to wear your mask, and perhaps you might take it one step further if you realize that wearing masks saves lives. And so who will you wear your mask for? Watch this.
I wear this mask for my family because I have the responsibility of keeping them safe.
I wear a mask for my little brother Varun because he's quite possibly the greatest sibling anyone could ever ask for.
I wear this mask for my best friend's mom, Catherine, because she's a nurse.
I wear this mask for all healthcare workers, especially my mom.
I wear this mask for my grandma because of her kidney condition. Getting COVID could potentially put her at severe risk.
I wear a mask for people like my mother-in-law who have asthma.
I wear this mask for my 70-year-old mother, Maria.
I'm wearing this mask for my 84-year-old mother.
I wear this mask for my mom, my neighbors, and for you.
I wear my mask for my wife, Julie, because wearing a mask is a great way to say I love you.
I wear this mask for my friends at NYU so that we can hang out together on campus safely.
Scat likes it too.
NYU, let's stay tough.
Let's stay diligent.
Let's stay resilient.
Show your violet pride.
NYU, let's keep each other safe.
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 Do the right thing and help keep each other safe.
Happy Sunday and happy Thanksgiving. We are so excited to welcome you to this special holiday edition of Unity of Sacramento News Live. I'm your host, Rev Kev, here with my main man, 100 grand. Rev, he is in the building.
Hey, Brother Rev.
And he is in his full fall regalia. Give it up for my brother.
A little autumn action for you.
He is bringing us the full Sears catalog model autumn action.
And I like your black and blues.
Come on,
today.
man. I have to have it. Bringing out the suede. That first Sacramento chill. You know, we got to have a little something that just to crawl on your back.
Yeah, there's a reason that you don't see much suede in the summertime.
No. We break out the suede in the winter. Suede is the reason for the winter season or the fall season, or however it were. How are you? So I'm getting very pumped about these new and different, more creative holidays that are coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of this. And so we're very excited about the upcoming holidays. However, we need to settle an issue once and for all.
Okay.
And the issue is that it's an age-old issue, but I think we can do it. And the issue is a matter of pie. Is it sweet potato pie or is it pumpkin pie? Sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? You say.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. All right, in the chat room, I want you to settle this matter once and for all. Sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie, and let us know what you think about that. We want to be sure to get the matter settled. Now, if you're not for sweet potato pie, it's okay. You can still belong to Unity of Sacramento. We will still hold you in prayer, and you will be among us in the beloved community, and we will support you in your enlightenment. But nevertheless, in all fairness to everyone, if you make a mean pumpkin pie, I'm willing to test it to make certain that you and I are not being biased in our preference for sweet potato pie. Now, so
that's only fair.
Yes, you can DoorDash your pie to me. You can Uber the pie to me. Uber Eats it to me. However you need. I will make sure to test it for you. You know what I do make though?
What's that?
I do make my famous sweet potato cream cheesecake this time of year. So this is the one time of year I start to bake. And on that note, seriously, we know that the holidays are going to be different this time of year. We recognize that some of us will not be able to gather in with other people as we have the restrictions related to COVID-19. And so we decided, Anita and I decided to have what we're calling our virtual Thanksgiving table. Our virtual Thanksgiving table. And what is that? For those of you who say, hey, Rev Kev, you know, I'm not going to be able to travel. I'm not going to be able to have guests over, and I don't want to do Thanksgiving alone. You are invited to pop in for an hour and spend Thanksgiving with Anita and I in kind of a just casual way. Jump on in and we'll send you the Zoom information in your e-blast this week. You can also contact the church to say, hey, I'd like to be on Rev Kev's guest list and have a virtual Thanksgiving experience with Rev Kev. I believe that we can have the spirit of togetherness even if it's virtually, and I'm looking forward to having you at my virtual Thanksgiving table. Would that be cool?
I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
And by the way, you'll save a lot of calories that way. You'll say we'll do all the extra eating, and we're knowing that you'll do it up at your home too, and let us peek in at your Thanksgiving table. So it'll be a wonderful experience. Watch your e-blast for details, or write to us here at the church. Right here, the information is here if you'd like to be my guest. We would love to have you there. And we're getting excited also about our upcoming Christmas festivities around here on our campus. We realize that it's all about being flexible. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape.
Amen.
And I refuse to let the pandemic take away my holiday spirit. I refuse to let this pandemic take away our ability to celebrate the season. And so a big thank you in advance to our expressions of unity. A big thank you in advance to Reverend Charles Cooper Jr. and Chakra, and all of our soloists and individuals who will be helping us this year put on our outdoor Christmas candlelighting concert. It will be an outdoor service on December 23rd at 7:00 p.m. where we will experience the spirit of Christmas, the risen Christ, the Christ child in each and every heart, in each and every soul, and we will have our outdoor candlelight. It's going to be a wonderful experience. It's a drive-in event. You're going to need to RSVP to participate in that experience. And for those of you who can't get out, we will be live streaming the entire event on December 24th, on Christmas Eve. So you'll have the benefit. If you can't be there in person, drive in, and it'll be available on a love offering basis. You'll be able to see us and hear us and experience, but it is a first come, first serve basis, and we want you, and it will be socially distanced and all of that. And it's an opportunity for us to, in the most safe manner possible, have a shared experience at the holidays.
Yes, and I've seen several drive-in and drive-through experiences and events. So I'm very happy to see that we're about to have ours as well.
Yes. And so for those of you who say, Rev Kev, do you need any help? Because we're going to deck the hall, so to speak. We'll have the decoration of the stage and the music and the lights. We would love a few of you who have the holiday spirit and to be a part of helping us to put it all together and break it all down and put it away, because obviously this is new territory for us. And you can contact the office at UnityOfSacramento.com, office at UnityOfSacramento.com. Email us and say, I'm in, Rev Kev. I want to help get the spiritual community ready for our outdoor Christmas candle lighting concert experience. It's a wonderful service that's coming up, and it's going to be safe. Now, here's what I'm asking you. When you receive notification that you are going to be one of the blessed individuals who will physically be here in person, I need you to agree to cooperate with our social distancing guidelines. What do I mean? We cannot have a Unity of Sacramento old-fashioned hug-off. We can't have it. As much as we want to, we can't have a hug-off on this campus. And I know you. Okay? It only takes one to get it started, and it's just all. So I want you to cooperate with the guidelines. We'll make sure to send you those so that you will have them, and of course we'll reinforce them when you're here, but just hold us in your heart on that particular day, as we are doing with you all year long. But we're going to have a wonderful holiday experience.
Elbows allowed?
No elbows. No, don't trust you. Don't trust you. I know you. You will break that love out all over. And so we're going to break the love out with our candles. That's it. The light, shine it to the Lord. Put it out there in the darkness. Okay? All right. I had to put that out there because I know you. I know you, and you're just so full of love, and just it's been so long. You're right to the brim. So just hold on, okay? But RSVP and let us know that you're coming, and we'll be ready for it. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing all of you safely on December 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m. Make your reservations. Oh boy, how much more do we have? We have an upcoming meditation, Art of Meditation class that Rev E is leading. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I know we need to get ourselves grounded.
Absolutely. You know, I've been waiting for this because this is, not only will we have an opportunity to celebrate and explore one of the greatest mystics in Joel Goldsmith, but we'll also be able to really dive into meditation and utilize it. I can't think of a better time. Can you listen? We've already exhausted our binging. We probably have binged through 1,000 programs already. Your thumbs are numb from doing the PS4 and the Xbox Ones, yes, and you probably are stressed out over the election, yes, and then maybe you just been like many people who don't know how to keep their attention and their mind set on meditation. You go in, but you come out really quick. Well, we're going to address all of those issues so that by the end of 6 weeks, you will be better than you are now at meditating. Whether you're a pro or a beginner, this is going to be a fun time together. We'll explore wonderful methods and techniques that will get you over the hump during this pandemic season and bring forth a sense of joy and laughter. You'll see things more clearly, you'll hear things more fully, you'll be more aware, and you'll see a wonderful Christ light glowing bigger and better and more fuller. And so that's going to take place on Monday, December the 7th at 7 p.m. virtually. And it's going to be a fun time. You have been to my classes before. I hope to see you again. And for those of you that haven't experienced it, this is the perfect time to experience our classes here at Unity of Sacramento.
Fantastic. That's going to be great. The Art of Meditation. Get your center. Find your Zen with Rev E. It's going to be awesome. Make sure to be there. Register. You can start registering right away. One more important event that we want you to gear up for and get ready for, and that is our Cyber Monday, the Monday following Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday online holiday fundraiser, our online holiday fundraiser. It's an auction, you guys, an online auction. We're going to have live entertainment, we're going to have raffles, and we're going to have auction prizes that you can win and to support the work here on our campus. We couldn't do our usual crab feed fundraiser, but we came up with something creative and interactive that you can do from home and play along with. And we have some wonderful auction items that I think you're going to want to bid on and have, including something that's super, super, super fun.
What's that?
You got to be there to find out. But I promise you, there's a fun one. It's so much fun that I'm almost embarrassed to tell you about it, but I will tell you this. It will bring you hours and hours and hours of laughter if you are the winner of this live auction gift. Make plans to be with us, and it's a wonderful way to get some of your Christmas shopping done as well and support your spiritual community at the same time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Look out for our details in our e-blast coming up and in your Unity of Sacramento app. Our online Cyber Monday fun fundraising auction in support of all the work and programs here at Unity of Sacramento. Get ready. It's going to be a bunch of fun.
Yes.
Invite your friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned to that.
Sold.
All right. I want to make
there.
sure no. I want you to get that one. All right, it's time for our mail call. What do we have in the mail, Revy?
All right, we love getting mail from you, and we're so happy that you are still mailing us. I have mail from the Walkers. The
Thank you,
Walkers,
Walker family.
They want you to know that they are forces for good and that they are experiencing joy through the indwelling Spirit.
Thank you, Walker family. We love and appreciate you. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. Donnie says hello.
Hi,
Thank you, Donnie.
Donnie.
She sends her love.
Thank you, Donnie.
Via mail.
Sending
Also,
you love back.
We have Frida. Frida says hello.
Hi, Frida. All the way down in Kansas City. Bless you and thank you for writing to us.
Happy holidays, Frida.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. Make sure you're at my virtual Thanksgiving table. Yeah?
The Freemans are saying hello
Happy
to us. God bless you.
Thanksgiving. And so grateful that you are tuning in and receiving your live stream at home. Bless you. Thank you.
Yes. Also, Ralph says hello.
Hey, Ralph. Long time.
Yes, as
Good
does
to hear from you.
Gladys. Gladys sends tidings.
Hello, season's greetings and tidings, Gladys, blessings, and thank you so much for your generous support.
And of course, it's
the Dennisons. Hi, Dennison family. Do you like when we sing your name? The Dennisons. Thank you so much for your continued support. And for those of you who support us through online giving as well and writing to us, we really appreciate it. It makes everything go well. And this means the world to us.
Yes,
you know, to be honest with you, doing this since March and not seeing you in person and being able to open a letter from you and hear how you're doing and know how it's going for you and that this is a blessing to you means the world to me. Not just me, not just Rev Eric, but the team that is here every week making sure that we help spiritually guide you through this pandemic. Bless you. Thank you so much.
Yes. And one other thing I want to mention, we got a special phone call for prayer, asking for prayer for Mr. Perez. Mr. Perez, actually his heart had stopped and they revived him. He's in an ICU right now, Rev, and hopefully he's doing well. His son called and just wanted us to keep them all in prayer.
Okay, indeed. And we also want to hold in the light Livonia Donaldson as she has released her daughter-in-law, moving into the inner realms. So we enfold our beloved Livonia. And let's just bring Mr. Perez and Livonia and her entire family and any of those in your neighborhood of concern who you would like to bring into the prayer field. We know that right where you are, right where they are, as you type their names in the chat room, take a moment, take an extra moment in this broadcast. If you are still tuning in, step into an unselfish space and look around and call into the chat room the name of your beloved. If you're not able to use a chat room right now, just speak their names into this field of unconditional love, healing and support, prospering power of the presence of God. And we see for them the relief and the comfort loving presence. You said, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. We speak a word of comfort. We send your Holy Spirit, your whole presence, right where we are, to do the specific work that must be done, the healing work, the prospering work, the regenerating work, the renewing work, the restorative work. In us, through us, as us, you encamp us with safety and protection. You keep our households peaceful. You give us the inner strength to face tomorrow with faith, and you surround us and shroud us with love in expected and unexpected ways. I know that you hear us. I know that you've got us because you're an unfailing source. Look how far you have brought us. We see, sense, and know for certain that your presence, that your power, that your love now prevails in our lives, in our world, and in our affairs. So help us, God. And so it is. Amen and amen. Namaste, beloveds. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a rich and wonderful Thanksgiving experience. We know it's a blessing. And let's stay strong and safe this Thanksgiving as well. Hope to see some of you at my virtual Thanksgiving table. I know Anita's gonna love it. And until next week, we will be in your thoughts, and I hope you're in our thoughts and prayers as well. You are in our thoughts and prayers as well. And until next week, we bid you riches and prosperous holidays, and know that you are in our thoughts and prayers and in our hearts until we see you again. Peace and blessings. All around us, there is evidence of the changing times. The seasons are changing, the leaves are falling from the trees, and we're moving through some really, really unprecedented transformation right before our eyes. And some of it brings with it a burst of joy, and some of it really is heartbreaking. But change we must. And to help us move through this spiritually is my dear beloved sister, Esther Nicholson. She's a songbird from our sister community, Agape International Spiritual Center. And she's going to take us through the changes with her beautiful sounds in this special presentation of Everything Must Change. Open your heart and let her take you there.
Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everyone must change. No one and nothing goes unchanged. The young become the old. Mysteries will unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. No one and nothing goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, hummingbirds do fly, winter turns to spring. A wounded heart will heal. I know what I'm talking about, but never much too soon. No one had nothing Blessings.
Welcome in, beloveds. Let's take a moment to connect and get ourselves some spiritual manna, some substance, something to connect to our spiritual rib cages, to support us with moving through these unusual holidays that are coming our way. I'm so grateful and thankful for having this spiritual community to be available to us, to support us through every dynamic change that has presented itself to us. And is it not a season of change? One of the things that is undeniable right now is that we are in high change. Somebody type it in the chat room. It's a season of high change. And we're here, and all of the evidence is all around us. You cannot deny that we've been moving through change and changes. Change and changes. Look at the evidence by the trees and the leaves changing colors and falling, losing their grips on the branches, that no matter how much we might want to resist it, change we must. And so since there is this business of change that is ours to do, let's embrace it. And so this morning, I want to talk to you from the subject, your power to reset. Your power to reset. How many of us can use a setup because we've been seemingly set back by what we feel have been unfavorable changes and challenges that we faced this year? And so in this spirit, in this moment of change, I want you to know that whatever seeming setbacks you have had this year, because some of you have told me, some of you have written in, some of you have posted it on Facebook, some of you put it out there in ways that I wish you hadn't. But it's too late. But I want to remind you that whatever seeming setback you've had, a setback is merely a setup for a comeback. A setback is a setup for a comeback if you know how to navigate through the changes. And what I love about the month of November, everybody who knows me knows that November is my favorite month of the year. Yes. November is my favorite month of the year. And it is my favorite month of the year because it is an opportunity for us to have some serious reflection. We are far enough away from the beginning of the year to take seriously the need to do some important inventory, to do some reflection. And then we're close enough to the end of the year for us to be projecting into the future, thinking about where I am headed and where I want to go with my life. And so I want you to walk with me a little bit as we reflect on this year and look at some ways that we can move through the changes and the challenges and the seeming setbacks, but know that they're a setup for a comeback and that we have the power to reset. I'm thinking of some words from the master teacher from the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 4th verse. Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 4th verse, from the lips of the mastermind, Jesus the Christ, speaking to his disciples and followers who were there gathered, hearing him speak at the Sermon on the Mount. He said, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." And you would think that When you come to the master teacher, you're coming to get an up message. You're coming to be inspired. You're coming to hear something that's going to lift your spirits. But there's something in the pattern of that passage that speaks to some of the seemingly unfavorable reality. He was acutely aware that among the challenges and changes that we experience in life, there will be periods in which mourning would come. And this has been a year, like none other for most of us, where we have experienced unprecedented death, change, drama, trauma. We have seen, heard, experienced it all. And for many of us, when we are tuning in, we're seeing that over 250,000 individuals have lost their physical lives due to this pandemic. Some are relatives. Some we won't have at the Thanksgiving table with us this year. Some are in ICU. We are experiencing mourning. Mourning is a period of sitting with the pain that comes through challenges, and often the ultimate challenge of death. And fall, this season, is very much like a death season, where we literally see something that was once vibrant and alive, and something that was once seemingly hopeful literally change and lose all of its appearance, all of the appearance of life and vitality and hopefulness, the hopefulness that comes to us with the spring. And so we're in a period where the master teacher is warning, is letting us know that there will be periods of mourning. And I want to say this to those of you who tend to follow these teachings. You consider yourself positive idealists. You consider yourself always looking on the bright side of life. Let me tell you, there will be difficulties in life, and your experience of difficulties, the emotions that you have related to those difficulties, some of the things that you go through are there to support you with growing through. I want you to not judge yourself if you're not feeling the greatest at all times. Type in the chat room, I need a minute. Go ahead, type in the chat room, I need a minute. Come on, type it in the chat room, I need a minute. There are minutes for mourning. Make the minutes in your life for mourning. This is why we have a season that is so evidently committed to anchoring the change. It so powerfully announces it to us that some things will never be the same again. But the master teacher says, blessed are you if you mourn. There's a blessing coming for those of us who have the capacity to hold and sit with the pain long enough to experience the transformational self that emerges if you faint not. Type in the chat room, I shall faint not. Come on, type it in there. I shall faint not. It's a blessing attached. The emerging soul, the emerging self that's wanting to be pressed through, just like the new life that emerges when it is dim and dark and cold and seemingly lifeless. Something beneath the surface, a process is being activated in all of nature and in you and me if we can be in tuned with what this particular season is bringing. It's no fun to experience our loved ones shuffle off of the mortal coil, seemingly for reasons beyond their control. No fun. It's no fun sitting inside of the uncertainty related to tomorrow. It's no fun hearing about layoffs and joblessness and the creation of more people who are without homes and places to live. It's no fun. But the question I want to raise for you and me inside of a season of high change, high changes, and high transitions, what will I allow this to make of me? Will I let it make me bitter, or will I allow it to make me better? And you and I stand at the pivot of this very important discussion. It's all about how I pivot. Come on, tell somebody it's time to pivot. Come on, pivot. Pivot. Blessed are you when you mourn, for you shall be comforted. So how do we make the best of this season of change? How do we establish and activate our power to reset? Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a reset. We're looking to be turned in the right direction. We're looking to have our mind and our heart set, revitalized, re-energized, renewed, re-established on something higher, greater, and hopeful. So let's walk through it a little bit. The benefits, the path toward this powerful benefit of the reset. During this period, as we look back from January to November, where we are right now, it is important to consciously, number one, reflect. Reflect. To reflect is to consciously look back to glean the good. To look back to glean the good. We remember that we have the capacity to look back, but we often look back and don't glean the good. We look back to talk about how awful it was. We look back to curse the darkness rather than light a candle. We look back at the limitations and we dig through our baggage. That's not the purpose for reflection. Reflection is to look back for the purpose of gleaning the good. You remember the story of the twin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah? That city was going through high change and transition, was about to be destroyed. Something about it was not quite right, and it had to come down. And so the story talks about the fact that God says that I'm going to allow this righteous family, one righteous family to escape the tragedy, the drama, the trauma. You've got a chance to get out of this. But I don't want you to look back. And it says that Lot's wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt. When you look back, you're not looking back for the past pain or the drama and the trauma. When you look back, you are looking back so that you can glean the good from the experience, so that you can learn to look up. I look back so that I can learn to look up. What did I learn? How did I grow? What good was in this experience for me to take forward? So we reflect during this season. Take some time to look back at 2020. What did it offer you? What did you learn? What did you discover within yourself? Did you look around to see who's really with you? Sometimes that's another thing, being able to assess the quality of our relationships. Have you been running with those that haven't been with you or for you? Sometimes we've got people who are alongside us and in our company who are neither with us or for us, and so they are an albatross in our lives. Use this period of time to reflect. The next R is to release. Release. You know, for me, this 2020 has been a year of high release. So many beloveds that I personally have walked with and talked with and spent time with, individuals who've poured into my life and whose life I have poured into, have moved beyond my sights. They are no longer with us in the physical realm, including my mentor, Dr. Barbara King, who's recently made her transition, as you are well aware. And in releasing them, there's some sadness. There's some pain. There's this new normal. Things aren't the same. And I realize, though, that I watch this. My attempt to hold on to them can interfere in the continuation of their soul's transformation, the continuation of their soul's journey. And so something in me has to be strong enough to bend, even in the face of letting a loved one go. And right now we're facing another kind of change that we must be willing to release, in the same way the leaves are willing to let go of the branch that they're connected to. I'm inviting you to let go of the ways in which things have presented themselves traditionally at this holiday season. I'm asking you to release the way you've always had it, to be open to the possibility of how it can be. Release the way it's always been for the holidays. It will need to look and feel and be different. And you and I can only imagine that and tap into that if we're willing to let go of how I currently have it. When I let go of how I have it, how it can be makes itself known. I said earlier, blessed are they who are flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. Can you be flexible? Can you allow your reflection to spill into this moment of releasing? Identify what no longer serves you. Identify what would be an obstruction to your life if you keep holding on to. Identify that quickly and be willing to let it go, trusting that the opening of your hand creates a vacuum in the universe for the Spirit of God to fill. Are you with me? If you're holding on to something so tightly, there's no room for anything new. What if the earth held on too tightly to the root that the fruit could not be made manifest? Say with me and type in the chat room, I let go so I can grow. Come on, say it out loud and type it in the chat room. I let go so I can grow. The next R is to renounce. Renounce. So we're releasing, we're reflecting, we're releasing, we are renouncing. Renunciation is this faculty, is this inner power, is this quality that allows you to cleanse and clear out all spiritual, mental, and physical and emotional waste from the self and from the soul. It is this internal cleansing of what no longer serves you. And I want us to go through that process. I want us to go through that process. What is it mentally and emotionally and physically and spiritually that I must renounce, completely detach my spirit from? And may I invite you to start with renouncing some of the negative emotions that you have accumulated over the course of the year, even those with yourself, those with society, those with others who may have harmed you, those with the pandemic, those with racism, whatever it is. Renounce. I'm not holding on to that because I don't want it holding on to me. Remember this, that which I hold on to holds on to me. I want to lose hold of all negative emotions, all negative thinking, all negative feeling. I'm letting go of the grudge. I'm letting go of the debt. Did you know that if you free someone from a debt owed to you, you are no longer in bondage to them for the rest of your life, begging them for something? Have you got it? So I want to renounce. I want to renounce all of my attachment to any forms of waste that would be holding the emerging soul, the emerging self, from coming forth. And there is a coming forth that's trying to happen in your life, in your world, in your affairs. When I renounce, I also renounce my attachment to the form of my beloved who may have moved from my physical sight, either through death, either through changes in the way things are, perhaps through divorce, change in the relationship dynamic. I renounce my attachment to that form. My attachment, my mental and emotional and physical need to have them be in my experience in a certain way. I renounce that. I cleanse and clear that from my soul and myself. So that the emerging, there's a clearing. When that clearing is there, the emerging self says that you are ready for a reset. When you clear, you're ready for a reset. Say, I clear it out. Come on, I clear it out so I can call it up. Come on, I clear it out so I can, come on, call it up. And what am I calling up? I'm calling up this evolving soul, this next version of myself, this greater yet to be, this truly spiritual being. See, when I can let go, when I can renounce, when I can release, when I can lay it aside, then the way I interact with you is different. I don't need you physically in my life, my world and affairs in order for me to be in relationship with you. In fact, I can engage with my beloveds on the ancestral level. I begin to engage with them as spiritual beings. And therefore, I become greater and greater aware of my own spirituality. Oh, if we can connect. Do you know how important that word is for us right now? You know how important that word is for us right now when I can't wrap my arms around my grandma? Do you understand how important that word is for us right now? That you can have connection without being in the same room at the same time, because omnipresent God is functioning in and through you just as electricity is moving through the cords that course through your household. There is no separation in reality. And so this reset is trying to take you to the next octave of your soul's evolution. So that you're really moving as a spiritual being. And when you move as a spiritual being, as a way of being, this reset self, this renewed self, this recharged self, this revitalized self is resilient. That's the last part. This new self, this emergent self is resilient, is comforted quickly. This is what the master teacher was saying. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Comforted from what? Resilience is your capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Resilience is your capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. And therefore, you will have this capacity for resilience, and that resilience will comfort you in the difficult times, in the dark times, in the dismal times, when things don't seem to be favorable. Something within who you have become will rise above it. And I speak this word to you right now because I know for some of us these are difficult times, but I want you to know the Comforter is already with you, waiting for the reset, waiting for the spiritual update. I want you to power down tonight And just like your cell phone, I want you to power down tonight so that an update can be installed in your mind, in your body, in your soul consciousness, and you wake up completely reset. New eyes, new ears, new way of seeing and being a force for good in the world. Oh, I know your holidays are already handled because the word that has been spoken, it is spirit and it is life. And so it is written, and so I have spoken it, and so you have heard it, and so it is. Amen and amen.
Anybody blessed? 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 I am blessed. Yeah. So blessed. Yeah. I am blessed, yeah. So blessed, yeah. I have God's favor in every way, showered with blessings every day. I am blessed, yeah. So blessed. I'm blessed, yeah. So blessed. I have God's favor in every way, showered with blessings every day. I am healed, yeah. So healed. I am healed, oh yes. So healed. Oh, I have God's favor in every way, showered with blessings every day. I am healed, yes, so healed. I am healed, so healed. I have God's favor in every way, showered with blessings every day. I'm prosperous, yeah. So prosperous. I'm prosperous, so prosperous. I have God's favor in every way, shower with blessings every day. I'm prosperous, so prosperous. Yeah. I'm prosperous.
Thank you so much for being a part of this spiritually expanding experience, something that's definitely feeding our spiritual bodies as well as expanding our consciousness. We are indeed blessed because we have our Unity of Sacramento community, that we're plugged into a tribe that is still committed to being a force for good in the world, a force for God in the world, that when you plug into Unity of Sacramento, you are taking away from this place all that you need to get you through this pandemic. And boy, one day we're going to tell the stories. We're going to look back and talk about how we made it over, made it through by having this lifeline in our spiritual community. So we thank you so much for being a part of it. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, now on behalf of all of our staff and all of our board members here, we love you and we miss you, and we can't wait to get you back home to us in person. We're doing the very best we can with the resources that we have, and we're inviting you, especially now, to give us more fuel to do more good during this holiday season. As you know, we always like to reach out and make an impact, whether that be in our immediate community, with those who are on the margins of society, with some of the organizations that we support through our non-for-profit partnerships. And of course, we always like to bless the staff this time of year. This is our opportunity, despite the pandemic, to reach out and do even more in your giving. If you haven't already considered becoming a generous recurring giver to Unity of Sacramento, we invite you to do that this time of year, especially so that we can finish strong here in 2020. We want to make sure that we are set up to win in 2021. 2020 WON, 2021. We're already winning in 2021. So do your best to support our spiritual community. And here are ways you can give to Unity of Sacramento.
You can always go to www.unityofsacramento.com. Right there on the front page, on the top, you will see a donation button. Click that button. It will take you to our safe and secure push pay portal. You can also give from our app. Our app is also safe and secure. This is the way that I love to give. It's so easy.
Me too.
Just download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet, and then from there, look on the front page on the bottom for the giving heart. Press the heart. It will also take you to our push pay portal. And then finally, you can do what you saw so many people do. They love to write us. You can write us as well. Write us at Unity of Sacramento, 9249 Folsom Boulevard, Sacramento, California, 95826.
More now than ever before, people are shopping online. It's another way to support your spiritual community. You can simply go to Amazon Smile and look for Unity of Sacramento. Select us as your preferred non-for-profit. And when you're shopping, you will automatically be making a contribution to Unity of Sacramento. So consider using Amazon Smile when you are shopping and select Unity of Sacramento. And that's another way you can support this beloved community. Again, we so appreciate your generosity and the spirit of love in which and through which you are sowing into this ministry. And we know that you are being richly blessed in return for your obedience to Spirit that's urging you to be a part of all that we're doing here. We want to take a moment also to bless you and bless the gifts that you've given. So if you would just take a moment and affirm with me in your heart, divine love in and through me and you blesses all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive from the storehouse of God. Rich supply comes to and through and for us now. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you for being with us. I just want you to know we love you. We bless you. We miss you. We can't wait. Let me tell you, we cannot wait for the great reunion to happen on this campus together. And just keep holding that vision for us. Keep knowing with us that we are getting closer and closer to that day. But in the meantime, and in between time, if you need us, reach out to us here at Unity of Sacramento, either via email or phone. Get to us and let us know how we can be of support and hold you in prayer. And also, stay safe. Until next time, go forth and design a life of purpose, passion, peace, and prosperity. And have a happy, happy holiday. We'll see you soon.
I am here today with a special message just for you. We are all home. Family. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong to the family of God. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong to the family of God. And together with open arms and hands, everywhere we go, we will take a stand. We will stand up for life all over the world. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. We all belong, yeah, to the family of God. We all belong. Together, we all belong. And we were all created in the family of God. We all belong. Come forth, beloved. We all belong. Take your place. And together we go. In heart and heart and mind we go. We'll take a stand. We'll stand up for love all over the world.
Clap your hands like this, clap your hands like this if you believe in love.